In this video, I'll be talking about natal moon in Sagittarius in the second house and what this placement means for you or somebody else when it's in the chart. So if you have this placement, then you are in the right place, or if you're watching for somebody else that does, then you are in the right place. And with that being said, what the moon represents in astrology is it represents emotions, our sense of security, and it also has to do with our upbringing and our family life, how we feel secure in the world, but also the things that we need to feel nurtured as well. Now, when the moon is in the second house, it is exalted, and it shows somebody that is quite resourceful and content, because the second house is the house of value and the house of possessions and of self-worth. So people with the moon in the second house, they always have an intrinsic sense of self-worth to a certain extent, and they always feel content because they feel like they have enough to get by or to get where they want to get in life. They are practical in terms of their resources, and they know how to build up to the level that they want to build up to in life. And that's because the second house is ruled by Taurus. Taurus is all about practicality and resourcefulness. So that's why the moon is exalted in the second house, because it also shows somebody that depends on their own resources and that is quite self-reliant as well, and secure in themselves. But with that being said, in this case, the moon is in Sagittarius. So this shows somebody that always feels like they have enough due to faith or due to relying on the benevolence of the universe or of God or of some higher power. Generally speaking, these individuals feel quite lucky because Sagittarius is the sign of abundance, luck, and good fortune. The moon shows how we feel because it rules our emotions. Now, the next point that I want to talk about is the fact that the second house is about possessions. And when the moon is here in Sagittarius, this shows somebody that is in possession of valuable knowledge or of some sort of wisdom or philosophy that empowers them throughout life. And it helps them be more resourceful as well. So there's some sort of wisdom or knowledge that you possess that gives you worth or gives you a sense of capability, or makes you feel like you always have enough. I feel like as well with the moon in Sagittarius in the second house, this shows somebody that is more carefree when it comes to their financial decisions, because they operate a lot based on faith and based on this principle of adaptability, because Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign. Mutable signs are about adaptation, and fire is about action or making things happen. So these people feel that they can always make things happen no matter what situation or outcome that they face. So this gives them a more carefree attitude and a more faith-based attitude when it comes to making decisions. And also they are quite experienced individuals because they learn from experience, and what gives them security is their beliefs or their past experiences and the ability to use their own judgment when making decisions or facing new unfamiliar circumstances. So since the moon is in the second house, these people have a lot of financial experience or financial wisdom, or wisdom when it comes to self-worth and capability, being able to afford things or being able to logistically achieve goals. Their soul is very experienced, whether that comes from a past life or just from their life experience in this lifetime. They learn the ability to make things happen, especially through utilizing the resources of other people, or, through being able to ask for things, or kind of hustle their way to the top, or hustle their way to where they want to be. Now, the next point about this placement is that since the moon shows the sense of emotional security, these people's emotional security comes from the integrity of their beliefs or of their morality, because the second house is about integrity, and Sagittarius is about our beliefs or our convictions. So they feel most well or most secure when they have integrity to their convictions, and they don't bend or fold to the desires of other people when it comes to their morality or when it comes to their beliefs. So that basically summarizes this placement. If I had to summarize it in like one sentence in terms of their traits, the main trait of this placement is it shows somebody that is resourceful through ways of adapting to unfamiliar circumstances. And so they always have the spiritual wealth to afford anything that they want to in life, or to accomplish or do everything that they want to do. Because they're bold, they're brave, and they have faith in a higher power or in some sort of philosophy or higher principles that brings them luck or benevolence, especially when it comes to resources or when it comes to the means of which to do things, because that's what the second house really sums up to. It's just the means of how we do things. So anyway, I hope that this video was insightful and that you guys enjoyed. If you did, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on this video, and subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more content. If you'd like a personalized natal chart reading, breaking down each of your placements and your North Node as well as your talents, and answering, any questions that you have about your life situation, then shoot me an email at the link in the description, or the email that I have in the description, and I'd be glad to check that out. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching and supporting in any way that you do, and I will talk to you guys sometime soon in another video. Peace.